Hello there everybody, it's TechnoJock back with another vanilla survival here in Minecraft 1.14. And today, well, I've been over to the end and the search for Elytra goes on, but I thought that this would be an opportunity to make a chorus flower and chorus fruit farm. And I'm just going to crack on and do it right now. So I have already kind of played around with how to make this farm. I haven't seen anybody else doing this particular design. There may be a very good reason for that. But, yeah, it's a sort of an amalgamation of a few different designs that I have seen. So the idea is we're going to have it in a kind of a grid, not like that, kind of a grid. And I'm just going to go and put end stone in like this. So we've got 2 spaces between each bit, and we're going to have one in the middle that we don't actually have the bit on at all. And in the middle, what we are going to have is a hopper. So that's where our fruit is all going to be delivered to. So I'm going to go and say it'll go out that far. So let's get our super duper handy dandy shovel. And we're just going to go like that. And then we can go all the way around. And we'll clear the middle. Like so. Cool beans. So this is going to be nothing like ridiculously overpowered, sort of like, you know, not 17,000 chorus flowers per hour or anything daft like that. It is going to be kind of semi-automatic. The harvesting is automatic. The only thing that we can't do automatically is the planting of the actual flowers. I have yet to figure out how that could be done. But yeah, everything else will happen auto-magically, which is nice. So let's just say do. Right, so this is going to be our bit. Now, the actual flowers themselves, we need to come up a little bit and say they will be growing on those bits. I don't know why I've got that. And we're going to have these on the sides 3 blocks up above each bit where we want the flowers to grow. So if I come over and go like that, then like that, then that. Nope, that's not it. Like that, like that. So we've got a block above there. That's just to place things on at the moment. We're going to come over. In fact, I want to get rid of that. Let's just put our blocks in. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Cool. Right, that's better. So on these corner ones, we're just going to put 4 bits like that. That's that done. Right? And as you can see, it's almost invisible. Almost. And similarly here, this one just needs another one there. And like that. And again, those 4 bits are all but invisible, which is good. This one, I want pane there and pane there. But if I put a pane there, it's going to join up and it's not going to be almost invisible. So I don't want to put that there. What I do want to do is go 1 and 2 up like that, and then 1 and 2 up like that, and I'm going to use end rods. And then it's going to go like that, And it's going to go like that. If I just put them on the side, then they'll poke out like that, and I want them to be vertical. Just for the aesthetics, and also because these are vertical as well, so that'll work. But that means then we've got some light here as well, which I think is probably a good idea. Haven't really thought very much about how I'm going to make this look pretty from the outside in any particular way. And then the outsides of it, yeah, I may have to work on the aesthetics. Let's get these. That's that. And then like that, and then cool, and then we just need the ones there, 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 like that, like that, like that, like that, and then the same again here. And look, I have counted out both the glass and the end rods perfectly. Amazing. Totes amazing. Right, that's that bit done. And now I can put a chorus flower on here and it will grow at some point. But because of this pattern, because we've got one air gap here, we've got a complete air gap all the way to the sky, but we've got two air gaps above it, this bit, and then we've got one air gap there and this block over. So that is important. This is very important because what it will do is it will force it. So when it grows, it will grow up one and then it will grow over. If it can, well, it'll grow up one, certainly, and then it will probably grow over. And it will grow over, if it does, into one of these spots here. So it's grown up one already. And there we go, it's grown over. And now it can't grow any further. Excellent, it's grown twice as well. So it can't grow any further over than that. And it can't go up now. So that's it. It's ready to be harvested. Now, I do have a Silk Touch pickaxe, but that's not actually necessary. Any pickaxe will do. And I can do that and harvest that one flower. If I harvest this, even with the Silk Touch pickaxe, it's going to break and I'm not going to get anything, which is disappointing. And if I just do that one, then all I get is the chorus fruit from that. So what we need to do is we need to have a way of harvesting this automatically that is not going to just drop this. We will get chorus fruit, but we want the chorus flowers because that's what we need to plant here to be able to grow more chorus plants and more chorus flowers. So I think it's probably a good idea for me to sleep through the night before I get bothered too much. And then we will start on the surroundings of this. But this is the basic, very, very basic farm. So I shall see you with a bit more equipment and a little less monsters. Okay, so I expanded this platform out a little bit because what we need to do now is we need to come along and put in something to block water from flowing. And we will just go along and we'll put it in like so. Now you could use fences or something, or half slabs, fence gates even, but I just fancied having it so we can just walk straight over it, because we will need access in here. We can get most of the stuff that we need to do from outside it, but we will need access in. And one of the other things that we need to do now is to put in a dispenser in each corner, and this will be the dispenser that is going to pop our water buckets out and flood the area for part of the collection. So we need 4 like that, and I just need to go, I need 2 more water buckets. I was going to make an infinite water source there, but this pond is right here. In fact, there we go. Just like having one on me. So now we can go 1 in there, and 1 in there, one in there, and one in there. That is all good. Perfect. And now, what I want to do is I want to set up, where do I want this? These are going to be our chests for actual collection of items, and I think I want them there. I think that is a good place, because we're going to be coming along here, and we're going to come in, and we're going to do all the stuff that we need to do, and I think there is a nice place to have our chests. And I want to have our collection stuff coming over here and then up and into that there. So let's just come under here and we will have droppers. So we're going to have a dropper tower that's going to come up and just put things in there like so, and then we're going to come under here to this point here. Excellent. And I need to figure out how I'm going to do this, because there's a sort of a minimum size that this thing can be. You can have a dropper tower that's fairly big, but I think there's a minimum size for this as well to make it work silently. And silent is the best kind of dropper tower. And I think I'll just come over like so. There we go. Like that. Perfect. And then I think I'll just make myself a little access way here for the moment. Not that it's a massive thing, but if I need to change this up a little bit in terms of the size or the depth of it, the height of it, whatever you want to call it, then that will make a difference. So there we go. That's our little hopper chain done. So I need now to say we are going to have, let's just make a little bit more space for ourselves. I'm going to have, let's use blue, and we're going to have that, we're going to have that, and we're going to have that. Cool beans. Right, so we are going to have, when something is detected in here, it's going to come out, go into a block next to it. I've got redstone on me. I do not have redstone on me. How very remiss. Let me quickly get that. Right, complete change of plans here. I am throwing away buttons. We're doing a different design. So we're going to come out from here, and that is going to have, let's see, that's going to have a thingy bob underneath it. That, I don't know, is that going to stop that from running? That might, oh, yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. And then we've got a comparator coming out of here, and then let's get rid of those two, and we have repeater going into that, and then redstone under on here, and then we have a block like so. Then we have a block there and a block there. Take that one off, and then take this one out, and then we can have that there, and that there. I think that should do it. Right. Let's put these in here. Flashy, 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 flashy. That should, yes, that should work. Putting them up there. Not the fastest hopper elevator in the world, but it should have all 15 of them. Yes, it does. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to have happen. Let's go back up here and close things off. I require that. And we've got a trader guy here. One of these wandering traders, which is new, and the cool llamas. He's got bubble coral, black dye, light dye, dye, tree, tropical fish. I could get some tropical fish with the emeralds I've got. Let's have that. You going to open up your trades? Other trades? Is that not going to be sufficient for you? I might want some coral as well. Let's grab a little bit of coral just for having a look at seeing. No? Nothing more? Okay. Don't you spit at me. Right, let's close this off. I need to do that, so that'll be fine. And then we're going to have... Ooh, I need to change that out, maybe. But that's going to be closed off like that. I may replace this one like that, and then put that like that. And that way it doesn't matter what I do here. And that should be good like that. I'll also get rid of that one. But next thing is how to get these. So that is, yeah, one thing at a time. That is this system done. So we can come over like this. Oh, no, not like that. These all feeding into each other. That feeding in. Need to fill in all of this rubbish. Don't know why that's all dug out. Like so. And then like that. So now if we go over here, go into the middle here and just throw, say, 4 emeralds and 2 bubble coral in, we should in a moment see it come up here. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Let's put some of the rubbish that we don't need in there at the moment. So next up is the first part of the harvesting thing. So we've got it set up already, so we're going to have the second part of the harvesting thing, which is the dispensers in the 4 corners with the water, which are going to wash away the stalks of the plants. But we need to harvest the actual fruit, the chorus flower, before that happens. We'll get popped chorus fruit from these bits, but we want to have the chorus flowers so we can plant more after the fact. And we want to do that through one button, and we already had one little bit of it going in. So we've got this button here is activating this redstone line that comes out, and the first bit of that is activated through this observer. So the observer here, the redstone line gets lit up there, and that observer goes down to this little redstone dot here, and that's going to do the dispensers that have the water buckets in them. But we also want these dispensers here to fire. We need that to happen first, and that's what's happening with this redstone line here. So we're going to come out the back here, and we're going to come over like this, and then we're going to go step up here and then put our redstone line in like that, and that's going to power the block there. This is below the dispenser there. And if we go over here and put just random stuff in here, there we go. Each time we press that, it's going to power that like so. Now, what I want to have happen as well is I need to get that out of there, and I need to have another observer in like that, because when we have all the plants in here, in fact I have another chorus plant here, let's put that here. Now when that grows up, there's a possibility that we're going to have a fruit here and a fruit on this bit, and perhaps another fruit in this line. So what's going to happen is, when this grows over, which obviously isn't going to take very long, when we dispense an arrow out of here, it's going to hit this one, and this one will dispense out and maybe hit this one that's planted here, But this middle one could grow here and then not get harvested, and that is not acceptable for us. So we need these dispensers to fire twice. So by having that redstone observer there, it will activate when this redstone line is activated, and it will activate when the redstone line turns off again. So it will send out 2 pulses. So we should see this shoot out 2. Like that. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to have happen. So, in fact, we could actually... Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And we can pick these back up again. So we're not losing arrows by doing this. We'll keep one on me, because I like to have my infinity bow all powered up. Right, let's put that back on there. So we have got our redstone line that goes into that one, and we can now start coming along and putting them all into these bits here. So if I say like so, like so, like so, and like so. Now we are going to need to come up like that, and then we can start coming along here, and we can just go along like this. And we will have redstone line going in there, in there, in there, and in there. And it was just kind of tricky. That's why I changed the design of this here, because it was quite close, and we don't want there to be any kind of interference from one redstone line to the other. But that's how we do that, and then we can come around here, and we'll just take another redstone comparator, and that one can go like that, and then as we come around, we can just go right the way around with another redstone line. And I'm aware that it is getting dark, but I want to quickly finish this segment before leaving you guys again. So we will come into this like that, and we have redstone and like that. So we will go, oops, like so, and we will come around and just rinse and repeat. And if I put something, for instance, seed in there, when we press our button round here, we will see that seed pop out. Cool beans. And that seed has popped out. Not altogether sure why I had stuff in that dispenser, but it is in there. So that's it. Excellent. Oh, and that one did get shot off. It must have grown. Perfect. Excellent. Everything looking good. Let's quickly sleep, and I'll wire in the rest of the stuff. Maybe get some more arrows as well. Just connecting up the last little bit here. Important to remember, all of these repeaters must be left on the single tick setting, because otherwise the double pulse from the observer block won't be respected, and we'll just get one arrow firing out of this. Talking of arrows, we've got our most of a stack here. This should do. So if I pop them in there, that'll go around. There we go. And we should see that had arrows in it anyway. But all of these ones now have one, and it comes along. It's going to go around again because it had more than 23 left in it. I'm going to take out the extras from there. So we should have 2 in each when it goes round. There we go. And it will stop because it's got less than the 23 that is our threshold on there. So that's ideal. So if I press this now, it will fire out 2 arrows from each thing. There we go, and harvest everything up. So we have all of the bits and bobs there. So the last piece of the puzzle Go around collecting these all up. The last piece of the puzzle is now to get these dispensers to dispense the water for sufficient length of time that all of these bits of stock will be flushed into the middle here and collected up. So let me clear out underneath here and we shall work on that. Right, so the last bit requires us to have these dispensers here to fire off after our dispensers up there have fired 2 lots of arrows, because if we fired off these dispensers at the same time, then they could harvest, they could actually break the stalks of things before we've finished firing the arrows, and we will lose fruit by doing that. So what I have got is, we've got a line of the redstone that we're going to be using, or the redstone blocks here that we're going to be using, pink this time, just for a change, and we're going to have observers pointing down here onto these lines of blocks. And we come over like so, and that will, yeah, that should work nicely. In fact, is that how we want it? Referring over to my my bit of stuff here. Aha, right, no. We come over to here and it will be like that. So we bring these up. Like so. And we will have our redstone line going along here. Into there like that. Into there like that. Into there like that. And then we're going to go along with redstone here. Like so. And then we're going to have rails coming along here like that. Like so. Right, let's go up here. It's about to be night time. What fantastic timing. When we're working down there, it shouldn't matter. Let's grab those and we just go like so, and then we point that onto that. Can we not? Like so. Right. That's all good. So when this turns on, that'll trigger that. When it turns off, it'll also trigger that. That's the idea there. Let's go up here, and I will have to sleep briefly, but I need to go and put in all of the observers directly under this. So what we need to do, yep, that should, aha, I can reach. Perfect, put that one in. These are all looking good. Bye-bye, we'll grab that when we're down there in a second. Perfect, like that, and then one more, if we can get to it. And like so. Cool beans. Right, quickly sleep. Not even going to cut at this point because we're looking good at this point. Very pleased with progress so far. So let's pop back down here. So if we go and use a push button here, I don't want to do it. I don't want to test it actually. Let's quickly just get on with this. So we need to have that being triggered after a delay. And it's kind of two delays. We want to pause before it's triggered, then we need it to be triggered, a delay, then it not triggered, if you see what I mean, and I hope you do. So ideally, what I need is we need our piston like that, and a gap, and then that. And this is going to be our redstone output here. Yes. And we have redstone output like so. Yes, because we need a gap there. We don't want that to be powered. Could maybe have had it over one. Nah, I'm not going to second guess myself now. So when this redstone block is pushed over, it's going to power this line. Excellent. That's good. Let's see. The next bit is we need a piston to actually push it over, which will go there. And we need a line of redstone coming up here to this bit where the push button is. Cool beans. That's good. Now we need a way of having this triggered that will be like that. So a sort of hopper timer. Well, it's not a sort of hopper timer, it's just a hopper timer. But it's going to go like that. And we need to have a suitable pause in there. So probably I'm going to say 8. Put in 8 bits of dirt, and that's it locked by that. I'm going to break that though for the time being so it doesn't trigger anything. And then we're going to say when this triggers, we're going to have that coming out of there with a comparator, checking that. Come on, like that, excellent. And we need that. So when there is nothing in there, comparator will turn off, activating this, which will come over like so and push it back. So basically this is going to remain off until there's nothing left in there. So when this gets pushed over, the items in here will be allowed to go through into this one. The block will be under here, so locking this one. So all 8 of those items will go over there. That will turn off, activating this redstone line, which will push that back over. As soon as that is back over there, these items will start going back into this hopper here. That will turn back off, allowing this to turn back on, and or rather, sorry, the other way around. As soon as there's something in there, that will turn on, turning this off, retracting this piston. So that should do it. If I go, let's just put a bit of redstone there, and we'll try it out with this push button here. Yep. And that goes back. So pushed on, keeps that on, turns off. Nice. Now, take that, thank you. I think we need more in here for this. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll put that one up. And then we can have more redstone going back up to here, and we'll be able to test it. Like so. It's not going to interfere with that, is it? No. No, it's not. Cool. So let's try this out. In theory, did I connect that back up down there? No, I did not. Right. That should be it. That, in theory, is the entire mechanism complete. These have got 2 in them. Let's press the button and see. I think that worked perfectly. Now we can go back over, pick all of these back up. It's about the only thing, these are the 2 things that I can't automate are picking the arrows back up and planting the actual chorus fruit. But that's us got 5 chorus flowers and 4 chorus fruit in there. Didn't have any in there before, and we can just go plant, 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 And once that grows up, then we are good to go. We put our arrows back in here. And that'll go round, putting the stuff in there. We are good. We're golden. I'll go around one more time. There it goes. 2 in each thing. Yep, 2 in each, and we've got some left. We appear to have... I seem to have lost some. I may not have picked them all up the last time I was testing, but that's it already growing. Just needs to come over one on each of these things. That'll be fine. Now sometimes it will stop growing in the middle, and it just stops there, and it becomes a dead plant, and we don't get any fruit from it, we don't get any flowers back from it. But most of the time, it will grow over and we'll get at least one plant back, if not more than one. We can have 4, but 2 seems to be the normal amount, or the average amount, 2 flowers. So we are getting a net gain. That's ready to be harvested again. I'm not going to do it just quite yet. I'll wait, because we would only get 2 back from that, because we can't. Oh no, that would actually harvest, because that one there would get it. So that's not the end of the world if we harvest now. But there we go, we've got more. Yeah. So let's just press it and harvest. And there we go. And then if we pick all of these up, I should hope... Well, did miss harvesting one of those, but you get them when you go back. Yeah, we don't seem to be getting all of these back all the time, but still it should have enough to go around. So yeah, we are losing some occasionally, probably when it's actually hitting a fruit we're not getting them, and we don't have quite enough in there now to go around for the second pass. But we've got our 5 chorus fruit back because we harvested early. Cool. Right, let me close this up, make it look at least semi-pretty, and we'll see what else we can do. Are you ready? Here we go. This is it. I don't have a roof on it, because I don't think it needs a roof, really. We're not really going to be looking down on it, but well, let's have a look at it from the outside. So we've got glass around here, so we can actually see the minecart go round when it's going round. I've broken it up a little bit, so we've got a pillar on the inside corner. Oh my word, I was not expecting... oh my word. Whew. Right, let's fill in this creeper hole. Oh, that's my heart going now, I'm telling you. That gets the blood pumping in a horrible, horrible way. Glad that did not go off and actually damage the thing. But yeah, so we've got the normal gravel around the side like we've got there. We've got white concrete and glass there. We've got end rods in the corners there. In fact, let's... The end rods in the corner there, lighting things up. We've got lower half slabs here, so nothing can spawn in the middle where it's away from the light and stuff. And of course, nothing can spawn on top of glass, so that's all sorted out. So that's all the way around there. We've got glass around here, kind of continues it. I think it's okay because we've got this different sticky out bits. We've got the glass continued at eye level here, but around the rest of it, it's up above eye level. Still space down here to get round, but again, around there like that. Maybe that needs glass there. I think perhaps like that. That looks a bit better, maybe like that. And then in here we've got lighting here. You can see into this piston. I think it looks okay to be able to do that, but it is oh, I can see that torch. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to go in and get that. But we should be good here. Why is that stuck? In any case, we should... Why have you got stuck there? You should not be stuck there. Oh, it doesn't like that. There we go. And I did not want that to go into that, because I think that end rod has gone into the actual thing. Have you? Oh? Yes, right. Okay, that's fine. Let's get rid of that torch that we could see. I think that should be okay. What does that say? Yeah, 10 is fine there. Right, cool. That's okay then. That shouldn't be a problem. We've got bits with end rods in here in the corners. I think that looks nice. It's fairly plain on the inside, but it goes with the minimalist idea that I've been going with for a lot of it. So we should, in theory, now just be able to go... I think I still need to up that delay, but that is pretty close to perfect. And there we go. And now I can go back up here and go, we need, take them out of there. I think if I do that, that should fill it up nicely. Going round, we can go and get these. So that's us up to 24 of them now. Like so, and like so. And that has got a few left, but has got 2 in there. Perfect. And we'll put in some of those arrows there, and I can say, fairly assuredly, I think that's a good point to wrap up. I'm very happy with this. Fairly aesthetic farm, not the most efficient in the world, but it looks good and it works well, and I liked it. I hope you liked it too. If you have, please do leave a like. It'll let other people know about the video and they can have a look at it too. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe for more similar things, and I shall hopefully see you the next time, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye and have a funs.